Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Mik-O-Less, and welcome to another Mik-O Purpose stream. Um, so I've been going through a hard time, and I bet some of you are going through a hard time as well. But but you are still here, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. There's a warning in the description that tobacco is being used, so it's just a warning. So don't smoke cigarettes if you haven't already. So yeah. But you are here. That's all that matters. You've made it this far. Just keep going. Don't let anything don't let anything get you down. Even if it's a bad time, I can give you guys advice. I'll try if you guys have like a troubled time that you've gone through that I might have gone through, I will do my best. You can talk to me if you don't feel like talking to anyone. I will give you advice that I can, all the advice I can. If I don't know how to deal with that, which is very low chance of me not knowing. I've been through breakups, I've been through death in the family, I've been through death through friends. I've been neglected as a child. I was aggressive when I was younger because of said time, and just a lot of stuff is happening in everyone's life. I'm not saying I'm the only one that the most has happened, and I'm not saying the most stuff like everything that's in my life is really bad because other people think of it this way. You have it bad now, but believe it or not, some people have it a lot worse than like death in the family and stuff. You know, like they might have a disease. You know, just think about that. Other people might have it worse than you. Yeah, but yeah, other people might have it. Other people will most likely have it worse than you. Like people that suffer from like leukemia, that'll never go away, even if they even George, go. My dog, I don't want him getting touched by a cigarette. But anyway, yeah, George, come on. I'm gonna get him inside. George, come on. Sorry about that. But you know, lots of you may, like I said, you may think that you have it bad right now. But in all honesty, not only can others have it worse than you, but it will pass. The time of death of a family member, friend, parent, whoever, or if you're just depressed in general, talk. Or if you think it'll pass just by taking deep breaths, take deep breaths, or do something to distract yourself. If you're feeling depressed, what I do, I suffer from bipolar depression, so it comes out of nowhere. I'm telling you, like meaning like there doesn't have to be anything to make me depressed. Everyone says there's a reason for every feeling. But bipolar depression, it can come for no reason at any time. Whether you expect it or not, whenever it hits, it hits. Doesn't matter what it's over. It doesn't even, like I said, it doesn't even have to happen it doesn't need a reason to happen. That's what bipolar depression is. It's a random sense of depression. And I was diagnosed with that when I was like, I don't know, like I want to say in between 5 and 11. Well, not quite 5. But it was a young age. That's all I know. I can't go back and find out what year it was, but I suffer from bipolar depression. And people always say, "Why are you acting like this?" To me, I have ADHD. I act goofy. I have so many. I'm not. Disabilities aren't bad. It just means that, like, ADHD is not bad. It makes you the way you are, and that's all that matters. Just know this: you have ADHD. You're the way you are. If people love you, that's all that matters. If anybody loves you, that's all that matters. But that means you have to love yourself. Nobody's gonna do it. Nobody's gonna change your emotions for you. They can help try to change it, but in all reality, you are the one in control of your feelings. You are in control of everything. Which is why, so I'm a Christian. I used to be a devil worshiper, and in the way where I worship him, but I wouldn't quite sin. But I was mostly a Satanist, which is actually not the belief in the devil, believe it or not. It is the belief in man. I was big on that. I thought that was devil worship, but apparently I had devil worship and Satanism. And I was also a Satanist. But anyway, I'm a Christian now. I went to the path of God. And soon, they say that Jesus is a door we have to go through. It's the door we have to choose. The door of Jesus is the one we choose. Now, I'm not saying God is for everyone. You know, everyone has their opinion of that. You know, it's not for everyone. Some people don't believe in God, and that's fine. I'm not saying that's not okay. Everybody has something to lay on, to back up on, to back them up, or everything. Everybody has their own belief. Just because they're an atheist and you're a Christian doesn't mean you should be against them. You can't control other people for their religion. But anyway, what I was saying was, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I worship God. And I'm just saying, he has a purpose for you. We don't know what it is. Like I said in my last video, like I probably said in my last video, my last Mik-O purpose video, he has a plan for all of us. And Jesus, he's been through pretty much every emotion, every thought crossed his mind. He wanted to die when he was on. He wanted to fucking die while he was on there, while he was on the cross. Believe it or not, he did. You can guess he wanted to die. He was angry at God, but that was the plan to bring Christian into all this life. He was bringing his son down to tell us all that we have a right to feel that way, a certain way, the way we do. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I learned this from a group that's called DBT, Dialectual Behavioral Therapy. And yes, I take therapy. It's nothing wrong with it. It actually helps me out. The therapy actually helps me out. I get to talk about certain stuff. My mom, like you guys remember who watched a couple videos where I said my mom passed. She passed away on December 28th, 2024. So last year. I'm not going to go any further into that, though. You guys, I told you guys that she passed, but hang on. Yeah? Live streaming on YouTube. I'm not.
You want to watch a movie?
About 7. Right. Yeah, I had the cheese conies. Now? Okay.
Don't forget.
All right. That was just my brother. Yeah. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. God has a purpose for all of us. Like Jesus, he had the plan for to put him, give him It's not that he chose to kill. It wasn't to kill his son, Jesus. God did not send Jesus down to die. Technically, he did, just in some people's eyes, but that's not the point of why he sent him. Me personally, I don't think he sent him there to die or be sacrificed. People decided to sacrifice. He sacrificed himself by telling everyone he believed in God. He did not. Here's a way to look at it. If he was strong enough to withstand all that pain for you guys to believe in God, you guys have the strength to get through anything you're going through. Anything. Yes, you'll have the thoughts of like, you want to die, or you want to hurt yourself, or if you're an adult and you start drinking. Drinking is not a good thing to lay back on, to go to when you're depressed. It's a depressant. Plus, it doesn't necessarily it doesn't get rid of the pain. It just gives you another problem. And that's alcoholic. That's making you an alcoholic or alcoholism. I'm just saying, I know from experience that I lost both my parents. Okay, recently I lost my last parent. That broke me. Not gonna lie, that broke me. But it's an example that if you guys have a death in your family, you can get through it. I've been talking to people. I've been going to group therapy. And I'm still here. And the fact that you're still here with this hard time that you're going through means that you're a strong person and you can get through life like it's nothing. Use your supports, use your backups, use your friends for support, use any kind of support line like I do. And everything falls into place, everything settles. But know this, think of this. So support lines, consider support lines as a foundation of a house. Now, what I mean by that is, here's an example. Would a house stay up without its foundation? No, it would fall to the ground. So without your support system, foundation is support for the house. Without a foundation, without a support or foundation at all, it will just crumble down. But with a proper foundation, with a great foundation or great support, you, like a house, will stay standing tall and strong. So, and if you're feeling a certain way and people say, and you say, I'm angry or whatever, I learned this. If you're angry, first of all, there are three words that we say in group. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. And that means just stop, think, and think. No, I'm not saying you don't have the right to feel that way. You do. You have the right to feel any way you do. It's about how you deal with it. I will be creating a mindfulness, a therapeutical live stream series. And it's gonna start. I'm gonna try and start that tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have my friend over, and I can go live if I remember, so you can see my friend, and we can just talk, just me, him, and you guys. I'm gonna give him pointers. We're gonna have it's gonna be an actual podcast with two people here. But it's starting to get late right now. I'll give you a little bit more advice. But if you guys need advice from me, feel free to join one of my Mik-O purpose streams or look at the first one. It has a lot about my family that's passed, how I dealt with it, all the memories that I had with my dad and grandma, what she'd do. Like if she forgot something, she'd hit herself in the head with a piece of paper or an envelope or whatever piece of paper she had near her. But yeah, my mom and I were very close, just like my dad. Believe it or not, there's a sign in your dreams. I think there's a sign always in your dreams. It doesn't matter what dream it is. If you're like, only if there's a family member or somebody you don't know, even somebody you don't know, or if you see anything, any creature, when you're awake, if you see a butterfly or a bird, like as close as, not as, like closer than what they usually are, like right up on you, that's a sign from your family member. That's in heaven, wherever you believe. That's them saying hi and that they're still here. So, if you guys need any like topical, if there's a topic that you guys or area that you need advice with, I'm here for you. So, yeah, consider. Fucking planes, man. All right, we'll go to 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes, and then I'm done. But if you guys need anything like support wise, you guys can talk to me. I have a lot of experience. I talk to myself and gain more experience with stuff. I go to therapy groups, which makes me even more experienced as experienced as a therapist. And I listen to people before I give any kind of feedback or advice. I listen. But I'm gonna smoke one more cigarette and then talk to you guys. So, and then I'll hop off. You know, a couple times I've lit the filter and caught fire. Who knew filters could be so flammable? You know. Point is, strength. Foundations can create strength, which means supporting foundation is support, and the house and the foundation causes strength, which means if you use your resources, like your brother, if you're an only child, your parents, well, if they're not alive, aunts, uncles, whoever you feel comfortable enough or close enough to talk to them. Even friends, if you have friends, talk to them. If you feel comfortable or close to them, use people as something to lean against or lean on. Like in the song, "Lean on Me When You're Not Strong, and I'll be your friend." Friends are a blessing. Friends are what you need, anybody could use. Like to me, David, my friend David, he is the best. He's my best friend, and not my first friend. Just saying, not my first friend. I've had quite a few friends. They have passed. Most of them have passed. One of them passed away at the age of 21. And that was like a year after I turned 21. Yeah, so they're younger. They died exactly on the day of their birthday, of their 21st birthday. Like, seriously. Which is an example that every day is a blessing. Because you don't know when you're going to pass. Only He knows. God and Jesus knows. Because He is told when to bring you home. God is the one. If you feel weak and vulnerable, pray. if you're in that area of religion. If you're not, support systems, definitely support systems. Definitely use your support systems. Or if you're a Christian and you don't pray a whole lot, even when you, or at all, support systems. Hey, and if you guys feel like, you want to talk to someone that's like, that goes to like a therapy group like me, you can talk to me. I'm not gonna like, in the next video, I'm open. I'm not gonna like, call you out and say, hey, you're not feeling good. I'm gonna keep, if there's no one else there, you don't, basically, you can friend, if you want, you can friend me on PlayStation if you have a PlayStation, and we can talk then one-on-one, or anything. I'm here for you. I consider myself to be a support system, and you guys are a support system to me, believe it or not. The people that watch my videos or view my videos at all, even for a split second, I consider you guys a support system because you guys care enough to even tap on my video or live stream. You guys are one of my blessings, and blessings don't always happen for everybody, It's about what you go through and what you do when you go through that makes you strong or whatever. It's about how you deal with it. Treat everybody, treat everybody as kind as you can, as if it's as if every day is the last, because it may be the last. I'm not trying to be mean or scare you, but nobody knows when they're gonna die. They may try and take their life, but don't do that. It's not worth it. I was suicidal, and it brought me nothing but more pain as soon as it started happening, because my mental state, so basically, let me show you. Right here, that's a scar. That's a processing part of my brain. It was damaged when I was about 3 or maybe 4. And that's what, I couldn't process things. Whether it's emotions, thoughts, I couldn't process anything. It's another plane. Are you guys done flying over here yet? Flying over this house yet? I mean, seriously, these planes come like every 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Not joking. Every 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. But my ear started ringing. But I was suicidal. I know if you're suicidal, I know what you're feeling. God's honest truth, I know what you're feeling. But if you're depressed and suicidal because someone passed away, because you have regret, whether you have regret or you were close to them or whatever, like me, I have regret because when my mom passed away, I said a couple things that I shouldn't have before she passed, like a couple years before she passed, and I apologize. She forgave me, but I thought it would, if I stressed her out less, she would have lived longer. Just because even if you can take it back doesn't mean it's going to make them live longer or help them live longer. Death is tough. I'm not going to lie, death of whether it's families or anybody. And I knew my mom was going to pass. Didn't make it any easier. In fact, it actually made it worse knowing. So, made it harder because I knew she was suffering. And, yeah, it hurt me. When she went, I'm not trying to be like, you guys please don't say like, oh, he hated his mom. No, he wanted her to die. No, I was not exactly happy that she died when she did. I was relieved that she was out of pain. You know, I was relieved. You know, because no one wants to see their family members in pain, especially if they're so close to them. You know, it was like killing me on the inside when I saw my mom in pain. You know, and I bet if you guys are losing someone or lost someone, it hurt you too. But it's not, you killing yourself isn't gonna help bring them back. It's just gonna affect the rest of your family that loves you. They're gonna be, they're gonna miss you. You gotta focus on what's here in this world that you are living on and in. Think about other people, and they love you. There's people that love you that are still alive, and that's what counts. You will see them again. I promise you, you will see them again when it's your time. When you are called back to the afterlife. Well, you weren't. Maybe you were given a second chance by getting another life. But all that matters is you got people that love you. And friends, if you do. We're almost out of time, by the way. Pretty much what I'm saying is I see depression or any emotion as an opportunity to turn it upside down. Flip it. So counteract the emotion by thinking. Like counteract the depression by thinking to yourself, if you're thinking I'm not worth anything, change your way of thinking. Make yourself think, how am I worth it? And then come up with reasons how you're worth it. Even if you got 2 reasons, or 1 or 2, a reason or 2 reasons, or even 1, that should be enough to keep you going. If it's a big enough reason and there's only 1, that's your purpose to be here. Yeah, I know this because I've been through that too, and it did not didn't feel good. But when I changed my way of thinking and also started using my resources like DDS and stuff like that, it changed my life forever. So, all right, but I'm gonna leave that there. It's all I can think of right now. So, plus we're at about 29 minutes right now. So let's leave that there. Like I said, if you guys need any advice or anything, I'm here for you. I will give as much input and advice as I can, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. But the rest is up to you. Okay? The rest is up to you. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hang in there, be strong, use your resources. God loves you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.